Yo, so went to see Freakier Friday. You know what I mean? This is directed by Nisha Ganatra, written by Jordan Weiss. The film is produced by, let's have a look. Okay. Andrew Gunn is back. Jamie Lee Curtis, Kristen Burr. We've got executive production from Anne-Marie Sanderlin, Lindsay Lohan, Nathan Kelly, Mario Izovich, Amy Doherty took care of the music. Right, Matthew Clark is cinematography. Eleanor Infante is on editing duties. Right, Liberty Evans and Randy Hiller handled all the casting. Right, Kay Lee is production design. Michael Hersey, Eric Jean, Danielle Lesvik all handled art direction. Set decoration, we have Brandy Kalish. Natalie O'Brien is costume design. Hair, makeup, all of that we have got. Ellen Vieira, Michelle Talise Fickle, Michael Spezzano, Stacey Sukul, Christopher Allen Nelson, Lorraine Martin, Kate Loftis, Adrufa Lee, Mayo Lay, Sally Nicole Hooch, Marine Galastian, Jill Fogel, Desiree Falcon, April M. Cheney, Laverne Karazuki, and Erin Ayanayanan. Okay, so we then have. Should we go to the cast? I think we probably jump to the cast because we do have David Barrett, Camille Brady, Jennifer Caputo, Brooke Coleman, Mark Dobson, Wolf Donovan, Iana Ebenhart, Brody Graham, Chad Gahara, Chuck Husak, Bethany Levy, Cody Mackey, Blake Maya, Casey O'Neill, Mary Osborne, Michael Owen, Alan Paddleford, Natalie Padilla, Larry Rippenkruger, Christian Surapas, Ryan Statz, Mallory Thompson, Jason Tubbs, Nico Woolard, Haley Wright, and Caitlin Brooke were all on stunt duty. Right, and so, yes, now we can get to our cast. Right, so we have got Jamie Lee Curtis is back as Dr. Tess Coleman. Mark Harmon is back as her husband, Ryan. Yep, they did get married and it did stick. Right? So that means Lindsay Lohan is back as Anna Coleman. We have Harper, her daughter, right? Getting played by Julia Butters. Her brother does make an appearance. So, yeah, Harry Ryan Malagajani is back. And this time around, right, because, we're older and everything like that, we have a love interest for Anna, and that is Eric Reyes, played by Manny Jacinto. He has a daughter, Ella, right? He has a daughter, Lily. She is played by Sophia Hammons. Right. So yes, we have that. Okay, who else? Chad Michael Murray is back as Jake, right? We have Ella, the singer who Anna works for. She is played by Matri Ramaskrishan, right? Who I feel I've seen in other things, but I can't quite put my finger on it, right? Pepe, Mama P is back. Rosalind Chow. We have a new fortune teller, Madam Jen, played by Vanessa Bayer, right? Maddie, right? Who, Pink Slip, right? She is back. Christina Vidal Mitchell this time. And Peg also. Haley Hudson. So, yeah. We're bringing people back, people. We're bringing people back. Pepe's mum obviously makes an appearance. Lucille Song. We have Mr. Elton Bates. He is back. Stephen Tobolowski. Jet, played by Jordan E. Cooper. Blake Cale, played by Elaine Hendricks. Gigi, dance teacher, played by Chloe Finneran. Sherry Cola is the pickleball announcer. Yes. Again, I was like, I know who that is. Who is it? I couldn't put my finger on it, but yeah, Cherry Cola. Who else do we have? Principal Waldman is played by X Mayo. June Diane Raphael is Veronica. Vivian is Mary Sean. Santana Mua is plays Judy. George Wallace plays George Wallace, right? Athena is played by Kyla Davila. Julian, played by Neon Perez. Miss Kathleen, played by Valentina Garcia. I'd say that's probably our main lot of people. So the gist this time, 22 years after Tess and Anna endured an indignity, and boy, 22 years after Tess and Anna endured an identity crisis, Anna now has a daughter and a soon-to-be stepdaughter as they navigate the challenges that come when two families merge. Tess and Anna discover that lightning might strike twice. So yeah, there we go. Freakier Friday. Well, it's hard to know what to say about this one, right? The cast is all fine. Like, I think one of the big things here, right? You can see everyone was probably having a blast, right? They were all probably having a lot of fun. I think the BTS they do play at the end always does come off a little forced, right? It all comes off a little bit too scripted, you know what I mean, for it. But yes, you do get the sense that they were having fun, you know? Story-wise, though, for me, this was a circle trying to fit into a triangle space. Man, it was clunky as fuck. right? Everything just felt real forced. You know, just the fact that, right, whenever they bring in a British person, they always have like the stereotypical accent, and then you have other people like the American characters trying to do the accent, and everyone going, "Oh, that's so good," and it is not. It's terrible, right? It's so bad. So we're doing that old number again, right? And you have these two girls hate each other for whatever reason, right? And then they do the thing of, oh, one's all glamour glitzy, the other one's just like, oh, I just want to wear me overalls, right? It's just Jesus, man. Like, can we not come with new ideas, right? New thoughts. Maybe they both like dresses. Whoa. Or they both wear overalls. Who gives a fuck? But we don't always have to do this. All opposites, crazy. They'll never get along. Sometimes people can be similar and not get along. You feel me? Right? So we do that. But as soon as, right, then the parents and they fall in love, and but you know what's gonna happen as soon as we see them both on screen. We're like, okay, well, he's obviously Lily's dad. They're gonna get it on. Okay, right. So it's just crazy predictable, and it. You have this whole thing of now we've got Tess, and they're trying to go, oh, Tess is all like loosey goosey, you know, and kind of undermining Anna's parenting. And you're just going like, oh, she is a therapist. So you don't believe, and the character Tess was in the first film, you don't believe that she will have changed this drastically. Now, it's not to say she doesn't relax a little and all, but to be this kind of all over, it's hard to buy, right? It is hard to buy. I think the odd thing now as well, right? When you look at Lindsay Lohan in the first film and then Lindsay Lohan here, and it really does, I think, put the spotlight on Lohan and what has happened to her, because it felt like she was a bit freer in her acting back in the day, but everything since she came back with that Netflix Christmas one and then that Irish one, and I think there was another Christmas one there, right? We seem to get this weird kind of stilted delivery from Lohan. Right? It's very odd. Because, yeah, you compare it, and obviously, yes, she was a child then, an adult now. But the performance is, yeah, it's a little woodener. Right? And it's not like terrible. It's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but the delivery is it's peculiar, right? I think anyway, right? You might think otherwise. You might think I'm crazy, but that's what it seems like, But yeah, we have this whole thing of, and what I thought was odd, right? Because the whole gist of is they don't want them to move. But the weird thing is, right? You've already had these people move one time. So they've moved, but then no one else is prepared to move. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, we're happy that they uprooted their life, but we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that at all. fuck you. You know what I mean? It was always just like, the end conclusion kind of is, well, what's right for these people is the best thing. You know, and then you have to work out, oh, actually, it's the best thing for them too. And you're just like, is it though? Is it though? Right? It's very bizarre. You know, they throw in the whole thing at school early on, which so forced. And well, firstly, you know what's going to happen with everything on that table, right? We know where all of that is going, but then to superimpose the other shit was just bizarre, right? And you do the mime one, and then the like, you just what are we doing here? This is real crazy, especially when you consider, right? They always try and play it that these kids are like all about sustainability and the planet and blah blah blah. If that's the case, they ain't doing what they just fucking did, right? They ain't doing that. That's some bonkers shit, you know. It's just jam packed with stereotypes, right? And to the 9th degree, nothing is measured, right? Nothing is tempered. Nothing is, oh yeah, you know, like this could be the issue. Because there's many things that come up when you have two single parents getting together. It doesn't have to be like this. You can have this compelling story on another front, right? We can deal with many different things, you know? It's the singer thing, the whole Ella subplot just felt a bit like a tag on, right? Just to bring Pink Slip in. That's what that seemed like, because it was a case of we're bringing everyone we can back. And there's people coming back and you're just like, yo, why? Like, that feels like a stretch, you know? And especially with the teacher, after the kind of situation got dealt with, kind of got squashed in the first film. So then in the set, like, yeah, it's these weird things that they're doing, you know? But it's all to, like, try and force a laugh, right? We're trying to force laughs rather than, you know, we're just going to coax it out there. We're just going to leave this. If you find it funny, you find it funny. You know what I mean? It's just like, we need to force it in. We need to force it in, you know? So it's just, there's even, after going through this the first time, they still act like idiots the second time. And you're just like, whoa. They know what this is, right? So surely they bring everyone together and be like, yo, this happened to us, right? So this is the deal. We need to kind of just, and then everything's cool. That's what you think would be the logical thing to do, you know? We do not get that. It is, it wasn't a movie made for me. But I didn't think it would be. But you know, you gotta check these things out. You gotta cover, right? You never know. It might be like, yo, that was fire, right? It wasn't, but that might have been the case. You know what I mean? But look, here's the thing: if you really like the first film, and I know people that really love the first film, so I think they're going to enjoy this. You know? That's the thing. If you like those Hallmark films, if you like Lohan's films since she's returned to acting, I think you will like this. You know? If you like things like, oh God, there was that Kevin Hart film, right? Where I think Mark Wahlberg was in it, and Kevin Hart was up Pent, right? And Mark Wahlberg was like that freak. Oh, I'm gonna try everything. I forget what that film was called, but if you enjoyed that film, you'll like this. If there was that other film with Jennifer Garner in, I think it was Yes Day or something, right? You had to say yes to everything. Again, if you like that, I think you will like Freakier Friday. A film that came to mind when watching this was that Adam Sandler film Blended with I want to say Meg Ryan. It's not Meg Ryan though, is it? Like the girl he did 50 First Dates with. That wasn't rotted. But you know who I'm talking about. But Blended, I enjoyed Blended, right? I thought it was fun. And I think that's what this could have been. But yeah, I think Blended is the far superior film. But if you like that, Freakier Friday is for you. It is playing in the cinema, right? It's nostalgia, right? It's a little nod at nostalgia for all those 2003 Freaky Friday fans. So yeah, people, go to your cinema, enjoy, have fun, but let me know what you think. Do you lean more in my direction? Or are you like, Kevin, you're a motherfucking idiot. This was superb. Hey, doesn't matter, man. We love what we love. It's all gravy. You know what I mean? But let me know. Let me know how you found the film.